All right, everybody. Hello. Welcome back. MLE Esports Saturday night. I can never remember what it's called. What is it called? I know Friday's Freestyle Friday. I can never remember what we call Saturday nights. Well, I don't even remember. Nobody ever seems to remember. But it is Saturday night. This is MLE. We are in week 3, and we do have some awesome Rocket League to play for you. Will be the Pirates and the Demolition of the Champion League. And now, Classy, I do have to tell you, if you don't know this, the Pirates are 5-5. They've won one game, lost one game. And the Demolition are 3-7. They have also won one game and lost one game. So if you do some quick math in your head, you will know that the Demolition did lose a match 0-5 and won one 3-2. But this is a good opportunity for these teams to come out and show us that they can compete and move themselves up that ranking in their divisions.
Oh, yes, most definitely. Each of these teams getting a win out of this past few weeks, so that does show that they do belong. But having the same records, although Pirates a bit more with that 5-5 record, does show that they are a little bit stronger. But if they want to prove themselves, this is the time for Demolition. I've seen both these teams play, so they're all quite competent. I'd like to see what we're going to see here in a bit from these two teams.
Yep, and I do see in chat, somebody said it's primetime Saturday, and that's what it is. I can never remember because Freestyle Friday, it's 2 Fs. You would think Saturday is 2 S. But nope, it's primetime Saturday, which I guess makes sense. So we are in primetime Saturday. Thank you for the reminder. I'll try to remember for next week. But anyways, guys, before we get started, I do want to make sure that we shout out our replay sponsor for the evening. It's Balls with Guarana. You might remember them from last season. They have been a wonderful, wonderful sponsor here for us at the MLE. It's a fantastic drink. It tastes great. It's packed with caffeine to help you power through long nights of gaming, so it just provides you the energy for shorter sessions. They have a ton of awesome flavors. They have original, cherry, root beer, ginger. And I will say this, guys, there's been a lot of talk, and the cherry versus root beer war is raging currently in the MLE. So make sure you try those and pick a side between the cherry and the root beer. Personally, I'm pretty excited for the root beer, but I don't know, man. I have a feeling the cherry's going to win out for me. Anyway, visit mlesports.gg/recommends/balls to check out all of their awesome products. And for the play of the week, as you guys may or may not know, the winner of the play of the week does get a case of balls sent directly to them, which is an awesome deal for us because, I mean, it's an awesome drink, right? But it's also great to get the word out for this wonderful, wonderful company. So thank you very much to them for sponsoring us this season, season number 8, yet again, Balls with Guarana. So, guys, we are just about to get into the first match of this series. Let's show you what map we're going to be playing on tonight. All right, guys, here we are. As you see me forgetting to turn the audio on, we are in game number 1 of this series between these two wonderful teams, the Pirates and the Demolition of the Champion League. Underway right now, game 1. Right away, Bandicoot up in the air. Trying to put this. I definitely think either team wants to take that first goal, and if you can get it early, it's huge. As Bandicoot's looking for the double touch. Oh my god, a triple touch, and it goes off a tatering in. Are you serious?
What is this? The first 20 seconds, Bandicoot clearly being it out, but that second and third touch that really mattered, used every last bit of his boost to go back to the ball, but then couldn't even get it quite on net, dropped it right down into the box. Unfortunate touch by Tater. But even if Tater hadn't touched that, it would have been Script to follow it up. So well-deserved goal.
Look out, as that's a free one there for the Pirates answering back.
A bit confused here. I mean, a great win on the side of Tater, but it's Script who couldn't make the touch in the corner. Bit awkward going over there to get Boost, not expecting the ball to be right next to him. And Red following it up to get his team on the board in the first 30 seconds. And we're tied up once again.
As you said, first 30 seconds, both teams scoring a goal in this series. Typically, we see these series kind of start off a bit slow, neither team wanting to give up too much, but that is not the case for this one, as both the Demolition in their green and yellow, taking on the Pirates. Oh, good play from Red. Red's name is a little confusing because he is in black, but Red will score for the black team. It's another free one for the Pirates.
That was a beautiful doink, and then the transition over, getting supersonic, following that ball, tracking it down, and it was just the overcommitment by Demolition. Great pass off the backboard, but if you can't follow it up, Pirates are going to get you on transition. And now they're back on top. See them at 2-1, and 3 goals scored in the first minute. This is quite offensive heavy.
You know, I will say, I've got to admit, I'm not, well, hold on. Let's save that thought, as Tater's going to score an empty net. And yeah, the Demolition defense kind of overcommitting right now.
Yeah, almost all open nets at this point. We see the turtle goal there by Tater. Just going to carry it in. Good offensive opportunity, but if it's not going to result in the goal, Pirates are just going to throw it right back in your face. And they've done that 3 times so far out of this game 1.
Now Tater looking for more, as Bandicoot will make the play. Tater, one more touch. Here comes Red. Good save from Script. We'll keep it gone, and there's Bandicoot booming that one down to return the favor. And man, we've seen a lot of goals in this first minute and a half.
I love confidence coming out, especially in game 1 from both teams, and we've seen it out of both. This is great. I like to see it. But there's such thing as confidence and then just overcommitting way too much. And they see an opportunity, and they just go full in on both sides. And if that's going to get saved, in some cases not even too hard of a save, and then just cleared back into your own net, you can't be making those mistakes.
Yeah, we'll see if these teams can clean that up. Maybe it's a bit of nerves coming into this series. Obviously, both teams want to perform well, try to help out their standings. The Pirates will clear that one off the wall. Here comes Red up to make the touch, doesn't quite find it, and that will be a clear from Script. So now kind of resetting a little bit, but as I see that goal's open as well, and the game's all tied up with 3 minutes to go.
What is this? Script hitting it hard and then following it up, avoiding the demo from right behind it, but then Tater, going to get the boost in the corner instead of shadowing. And it's that few seconds of time that Script's able to use to put it on net and just out of the reach of Tater. And as you said, tied up once again. What is this, 6 goals in 2 minutes?
Yeah, well, let's see if they can keep pace, as there's another one for Red. Nope, not 6 goals, 7 goals in 2 minutes, Classy.
This is a good change of pace, though. Beautiful pass, and then Red beating out Script there, too. Bit of a cherry pick and play. Got off the defense, but it's less of an overcommit, turned into a clear goal, and more of just a great 1-2 infield passing plays, and that's going to be the offense that actually matters in these games.
The number of goals that have been scored in this game, the time we've taken out of our days to watch all of the replays, we could probably be done this series by now.
That is true.
But only 2 goals, or I mean 2 minutes have gone by in game 1, as Bandicoot will play that one down. Now Red rotating back, Script's looking for more. He's trying to tie it. That's off the crossbar. Bandicoot, one more off the crossbar. Here comes Script with another shot, and Tater's going to make the save. So finally something doesn't go in, Classy.
Yeah, that was great patience by Tater. Especially, I would have thought he would have pushed that, tried to get the 50-50. But instead waits for the soft touch, clears it well. That's the defense we'd like to see at the beginning of the game, but now it's finally amping up for them. And a good time, too, because they're in the lead right now.
That they are. So now Script off the back wall. Bandicoot on net. Good save from Red. In perfect position to make that play. And the Demo are pressing, trying to find what they can to tie this game up. Bandicoot's got a 1v1 Tater, and he will. And Script's just going to let that ball go. That gives Red such a large amount of time. This one could be super dangerous, but Tater taking his sweet time as well. And now Script in transition. Gets not quite the touch he wanted, didn't get the trajectory he wanted on that ball. It's now Tater. That's going to come storming back down, but Red. And now Tater. The goal scoring has kind of settled down for now. But the Demos still only find themselves down 1.
Yeah, it seems like both teams were focusing so much on their offense that they forgot about getting back on defense. They finally figured it out after 7 goals. You know, it's about time. But it still seems like either one of these teams could take it, though Pirates have managed to hold on for quite some time.
Bandicoot, he couldn't quite get the second touch. Script won't find it either. But they are still in the attacking zone. Tater wants to clear it away. That's not a pinch that Bandicoot's looking for, and Red's going to capitalize on it. 5-3 now for the Pirates.
Yeah, it's a good fast transition, though. Wanted to pinch it out to the middle, instead pinches it all the way back to his own net, but Red had to be there to finish it off. Give the credit to him as it is deserved. 5-3, and now it seems like Pirates have found that groove they were looking for, able to keep it out of their own net and transfer all the way to the other end.
That certainly does. We'll see if the Demo can try to tie this one back up. Tater's going to clear that away. Now with 40 seconds to go, Demo's got to turn this into some offense. Here comes Tater. Wait, is that going in the net from Script? No, Red. Rotating back. Bandicoot's high up in the air to play this one. He will get the touch towards the net. It's going to give Tater some problems, but he does make the play and kick it out to the side. But there's no defensive rotation as Red gets really lucky. Script didn't put that home.
Yeah, this is the opportunity that they need to capitalize on. They're down by 2 in the last 15 seconds. Doesn't seem like they're going to be able to make a whole lot of it as this offense keeps getting pushed by Pirates. And it's almost inevitable as Pirates will take game 1.
That they will take game 1. Final score 5-3. So for the Pirates, good start to this series. And Classy, the way we started this game, I thought we might even surpass the final score of the most recent Super Bowl with that.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, those were both offense-heavy teams. In those cases, not a lot of defense. But these teams seems like they got defense, especially in the second half. But those 7 goals in 2 minutes was a little surprising. We don't see that very often. But we talked about it most of the game because we had all that time in between replays. But it's just the fact that Demolition and Pirates both coming out with that offense but no defense. But it seemed like Pirates not only was able to find defense, but even a few more goals there at the end, which really made the difference. So Demolition going to want to clean up a little bit on their defensive rotation. Letting 5 goals in is not the best strategy for them. And then going into the next goal, obviously, most goals wins. So that's how you play Rocket League.
Yeah, I don't think letting in 5 goals is a good strategy for anybody.
And so actually, hear me out. If you score 6 goals, it's a pretty okay strategy.
You're right. Not the best strategy, but it'll win you games, I reckon.
That's all that matters, man.
So, anyway, we are getting into game in number 2 on the back of that wonderful commentary from our favorite color commentator, Classy Weasel.
I'm your favorite? Wow. I'm so touched.
Well, you're one of 2 that I know, so I guess you have to be at least in the top 2.
Well, I mean, that's something at least.
Second place is still good, right?
Yeah. Wait, I'm second? Hold on.
And now Red's going to play that towards the mid. But we do have a lot of wonderful casters here, certainly in the MLE. Oh, Bandicoot tried to replicate what he had early in game 1. And the Demo have to play defense, and it will happen. But I do think we should take some time to appreciate the talent of the casting booth in the MLE. Unfortunately, a lot of the guys have been busy, but, with the likes of Squid, Curtis, Daz, and Sniper Gus, all those guys, it can be quite a show when things get rocking and rolling here on MLE. But we are into game 2 of this game, and you guys got to deal with me and Classy for at least a little while longer. That ball will be cleared away by Bandicoot, and this is a much different start to the game than we saw in the last game, Classy.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm very impressed how the score is still 0-0 after a minute and a half. Cleaning up a lot. I must give respect, but, they have to score when I talk about that. They always do. Great pop-up by Tater. The demo is what did it, though. Script left all by himself. Doesn't have enough time to get up for that, so Tater's just going to read those all day, every day. Puts it in the back of the net. The first one in this second game, and it seems like that goal will matter a lot more than the previous ones.
Now we'll have to see if this will be a lower scoring game than the last one. It's 1-0 for the Pirates. It's a good start for them in this second game. Tater getting the pass from Red, and he will even foul that up. This is a chance for the Pirates, but Script will be back in time as Red didn't want to overcommit. Now, Script high off the wall. Here comes Tater to try to put this one down. It is just a bit off the mark, and Bandicoot will control it in his own corner. Can't get around Red, though. It's a good challenge from him, and he even bumps into Script. This is going to give Tater a lot of open space to work with. He's just got to beat Bandicoot. What a save from Bandicoot! And Red's going to follow it up with a goal. So all of that effort from Bandicoot, unfortunately for naught. But my goodness, what a great save.
Yes, it was. Reading that flick, knowing exactly not going too high or too low. But it's just a shame that save went right into the sidewall, out to the waiting Red, who hammered that one home. And in those cases, it was a needed double commit on the side of the defense, so they're all out of position. And Pirates takes the 2-0 lead.
2:45 to go. Game number 2. As Red wants to clear this one down the pitch, he will. He finds Tater up in the air. It will get boomed all the way back down as Red now clearing it. He's going to dribble it down, trying to pop it over Script. Script's will reject that one. Now Tater looking for the play. That's off the back wall as Red will put that one home. And it's a 3-goal lead now for the Pirates.
I want to see this. Let's watch Tater. I think he got bumped by, bumped by Red in order to get to the ball because the flip wasn't enough. And then that pass to Red is what actually made that happen. So Red kind of pool-shotting the assist, I guess, is what we call that.
The ultimate team play. I mean, this is next level. This is 200 IQ team plays now from the Pirates. As the bump will work out, and then immediately they will double commit on defense. But Tater trying to clear this one away. Ooh, almost got bumped by Bandicoot. Looking for the pass. The Pirates playing with a bit of confidence now. They're really not worried about overcommitting. I mean, look how close these guys are. They're both in the same corner. But Script and Bandicoot can't quite seem to clear the ball out. As Tater's going to go up for this one. Can't find the touch. Red is there, and he'll put that home. And hey, if it's working, why stop?
Exactly. All the viewers at home, this angle is actually harder than it looks. Going in the exact opposite direction and getting the power and placing it high enough. That was a great shot by Red, able to follow it up after the bit awkward defending there from the Demolition. And now all those goals that the Pirates scored is being answered with 0 goals by Demolition, which is what they were originally hoping for. It just seems like the Demolition defense can't get a single clear out of this.
Yeah, well, you know, I would like to see the Demolition start to live up to their namesake a little bit and look for the demos on the Pirates. They just don't have a lot of space right now. If you can remove a player or two from the Pirates from the pitch for a good 4 or 5 seconds, then you could open up a little bit of space, but we haven't seen that physical play yet from the Demolition. We haven't seen the physical play from either team, really. More of been kind of incidental bumps more than anything else. We'll see if the Demolition can fix their problems on offense right now. After that first initial flurry in the first 2 minutes, the Demolition haven't scored a goal. And Tater goes bar down, but it's out. And Script, whoa, the camera just freaked out there for a second. Sorry about that. All right, we're back. That was weird. Now, Tater let's get it past Script, and yeah, classy. I mean, for the Demolition, not being able to score a goal in just about 8 minutes of Rocket League is not the most ideal statistic to have.
Definitely not, especially after you scored 3 in the last game, able to break down that defense quite a bit, especially at the beginning. But it just seems like that aggression that they came out with, as did both teams, has kind of settled a little bit, which, I mean, I'm all for playing a little bit more conservative, especially when you give up that many goals in the previous game. But I think that got them a little bit scared And so they were playing back a lot more. I saw them, especially there at the end, not pushing that midfield as much as they should have. And so just completely having the pendulum swing the other way, not pushing, being aggressive, as you said, getting those demos, and then that translates into just going for the 50-50s, challenging them a lot sooner than just giving Pirates all that space. The ball being in their half most of the time, not getting the clears, but it takes more than just a clear. You got to follow that clear through, keep possession, get those passing plays actually working on the other side of the field, and Demolition just couldn't make that happen.
Yep, I couldn't agree with you more. It seemed like they were hemmed into their own zone for a large part of that game. Can't see the stats on the on stream at the moment, but Red had a hat trick in that game, and if you look at the shots, the Pirates had 11 shots, and the Demolition had a grand total of 2. I mean, that's not even enough shots to tie the game, even if both of them went in. They lost 4-0, and they couldn't even generate enough shots to pull them back. So certainly something they need to figure out. What do you think that they can do to kind of push them forward, if you will, onto the offensive side of the ball?
I think they need to be just as aggressive as they did at the beginning of game one. They're just so. It seems like they're playing so passive, as if they're waiting for the Pirates to stop pushing them so they can get an offense going. And if Pirates keep playing how they are, that's never going to happen, and there's not going to be any goal opportunities for the Demolition to capitalize on.
So here we go. Tater and Red want to continue their winning ways in this one, and Red's going to put that home just like that. Pirates on the board.
Wow, that was so fast. My goodness, Red coming off the wall, and no one challenging in the corner, too. You see there, I believe that was Script trying to follow it up, but it was just too late. Wanted to read the bounce, but instead Red gets there first. Seems like they're just waiting on defense, the Pirates, to make a touch when they need to be the ones there first. And Pirates capitalize in the first 20 seconds.
Whoa, Red's going to pitch that right towards his goal. Man, Tater had to be super ready for that one. Not expecting that at all, I'm sure it was Tater, but he does make the play. And now counterattack. Oh, he got the bump on the Script. And Tater's just going to walk that home.
Ooh, the bumps and the demos mean so much, but it seems like Pirates are the ones getting those. Tater seemed like a solo play, but if you could just pan the screen, you'd see that the net was open for a reason. Great bump by Red to set that one up for his teammate.
Now Script clearing that one away. And I do want to make a slight confession. I've never really been a big fan of the Demolition paint scheme. I think there are a lot of great ones, but I've never really been a fan of the Demolition one. But when you look at Bandicoot's car and that cool little, I don't know what skin that is, but it kind of brings me back to the Demolition side. Like, his car looks awesome.
It looks like snake scales, like, to be honest. Like,
yeah, and I like that. I don't know why. Oh, so close. As Bandicoot, he just can't find the back of the net now, Classy.
I mean, we talked about getting more chances.
There we go, finally.
And those more chances are going to turn into more goals. This is what they needed to change, pushing a lot higher. And Bandicoot, way to go to challenge that one. I think in game 2 he would have waited back because he saw Pirates right underneath that, but he challenged that instead. Way to go, making those changes that they need to keep that pressure up, because that's the only way you can break down this defense of the Pirates.
So now Red wants to get that goal back, I'm sure. That's the first goal from the Demolition in about 10 minutes of Rocket League. But here comes the Pirates on the counterattack, and Red will slot that home. Second goal of the game for him early on.
Man, it just seems like Script was thinking Bandicoot would be there for the infield pass, wanted to go for it strong and powerful, but instead Bandicoot was going for the boost steal. In that case, you probably want to stall a bit of time for your teammate, take it up the wall, but instead hands it over to the Pirates, who take the open net shot.
That they do. So Demolition still find themselves down, but that's a great play. No Script! He tried to take the goal and it didn't work out, as Red's gonna counterattack. No! And if you're the Demolition and you can't score, that's the opposite of what you want to do.
That seemed like it was going to be such a harmless touch by Script. It was going in a little less pace, so I would assume
Oh,
Script
no.
was...
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, this is...
It's going to happen, isn't it? Oh, he missed it. Oh, he missed it, too. Are you serious? None of these players can put the ball in the net. As Red's going to try it. Oh, I'm so sorry to cut you off, Classy, but... Man.
No, it's okay, man. Crossbar challenge complete on both sides, to be honest. That was 4 crossbar hits, I believe. My goodness.
And there's the counterattack. Tater was so far down. He almost did the same thing just there.
If he had just not touched it, it would have been fine. Oh, man. Red, I mean, that trust by Tater, because he was already going for the cherry picking play before Red touched the ball. Like, because if he gets beat out, your momentum's going on the other side of the field. Like, you're past midway. I mean, you're totally out of position. That was a bit gutsy there, but it pays off for the Pirates. And now they take an even longer lead ahead of Demolition.
Well, they need to be careful because the Demolition are counterattacking now. But that's kind of been the story of the game for the Pirates. Counterattacking goals over top of the Demolition, and Demolition just can't seem to put the touches into areas that won't necessarily harm them. I mean, that's kind of a big point that we'd like to make. Certainly I've talked about it in the past, is possession is such a large part of Rocket League. You know, it might be, you might wonder what I mean by that. Like, how can you possess the ball? You can't hold it, you can't pick it up. But putting the touches when you have an opportunity, putting them in the vicinity of your teammates for them to get the next touch, or just controlling the ball, putting it on the hood of your car, taking your time to get out of the zone is so important in this game. And it seems like the Demolition just don't quite have that yet. They seem to be, when they get the touch, it seems to be in an area that's not beneficial for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what you're talking about by possession, I totally agree with. Another way to put that is just every time that you're on offense and the ball gets cleared, you're able to predict where that's going to be and then make a touch that you want. So it just seems like that's what Pirates are doing. You see a clear right there, but Red is there to stuff it. And every time one of the defenders from Demolition is able to make a touch away from their net, it just gets thrown right back at him. And that's how you maintain possession in Rocket League.
The Pirates are doing a fantastic job of just hemming the Demolition in to their own end. I would love to see the Demolition slow this down a little bit, but Tater is just going to put that one in the back of the net. And again, it goes back to possession and keeping control of the ball, keeping the ball between you and the enemy goal. The Demolition just haven't been able to do that. I think if they can slow the pace of play down, because they're trying to play up to the level of the Pirates, when in reality, personally, I believe they should be taking their time out of their own end instead of rushing and kind of panicking with the ball is what it seems.
Oh, yeah. I don't see this a whole lot because clears are very important, and following it up is even more so. But if you can slow it down and get it clear instead of just booming it, taking it up the sidewall, something like that, and actually have a teammate down there to follow it up, that's going to be what Demolition is going to want to try to do in these later games.
There is yet another goal for the Pirates to cap off Game 3. They will take the series victory 3-2 over the Demolition. Tater just helping that one into the net. So 3-0 right now for the Pirates and for the Demolition. A lot needs to change going into Game 4.
Yeah, most definitely. Demolition. Pirates are pushing so hard on that offense. It's Demolition's just getting beat and beat and beat, and then eventually there at the end, they did crumble in the last 2 goals. Didn't matter a whole lot, but it's just momentum into the next game is what they were fighting for. But inevitably, Pirates able to get those points on the board. Taking the last 3 games, it just seems like Demolition, every clear that they get is just stuff right back. If they can, as you said, slow it down, they're trying to play up to Pirates, but that's just not going to work for them. It hasn't worked so far. So if they can control the pace, slow it down for them, keep the ball on their hood, or get those accurate, intentional passes, that's going to make the difference.
Yep, I couldn't agree more. I think there's nothing really left to be said. We can start trying to break down the offense of the Pirates, but to me, really, I think it comes down to the Pirates. I don't know how many goals. I'm almost willing to bet 75 to 80% of the goals scored by the Pirates have been on transition. And it's not because the Pirates' transition is super fast, amazing passing plays that are just connecting all the time, as Bandicoot's going to score right off the jump. But it's more because the Demolition defense, it's just, I don't know, they just don't seem coordinated. The rotation seems off to me.
Yeah, that does matter a lot, because when they push on offense, there's not a whole lot of opportunities that they get, not a lot of chances. And so they sometimes try to overcommit because they know they're not going to get a lot of opportunities after this. And then when it doesn't happen, most of the time, that's just when Pirates take advantage of them overcommitting, having double committed on that side of the field. And again, it's not that crazy. It is defendable, but it just seems like Demolition aren't doing that solid transition rotation as they should be.
All right, well, 4:30 to go. The Demolition on the board early. It's good, exactly what they wanted, scoring that kickoff goal to start off the game. Oh, no, did Tater make that save, or was it? I see Tater got credit for a save. I wish I could go back and watch that again. I'm not sure if Bandicoot had any part of keeping that ball out, but it did not fall either way. And now look at this. They were side by side, wheel to wheel down the pitch for a solid 2 or 3 seconds, and now the Pirates are going to counterattack. Tater couldn't quite get the double touch, but it goes right into the points. What we were saying is Tater's going to score that beautiful pass. But
yeah, Bandicoot clearing it in the corner, but then Red throws it back at him again, and not ready for this follow-up. Super fast by Tater, getting up in time as well. Script nowhere to be seen. He was still on the offense, trying to rotate to far post. Didn't get there in time because it was just too fast for him. And yeah, like we were saying, that offense on Demolition can't seem to transition whenever that scoring opportunity doesn't work out.
So now the Pirates tying it up. 3:35 to go in this game 4. The Pirates have locked the series down. Will soldier on and play the remaining 2 games. Demolition definitely want to at least take a game off the Pirates. I think that's important for the Demolition. You don't really want to get blown out 0-5. I know the Demolition have already suffered a defeat like that, but it'd certainly be a confidence booster going into week 4 with at least 1 map win under your belt. As Tater, what a play from Tater, absolutely juking the defenders.
Holy cow, the amount of control it takes to keep this on the nose of your car, but then not push it high because Bandicoot's there, taking it low, faking out both. They were ready for it, but Tater was even more so, getting his car underneath. That's the fake air dribble for you folks. Well done. Maybe even play of the week right there.
Certainly a contender for play of the week. Hopefully somebody will clip that. Perhaps Tater will be enjoying a nice case of balls this week. Well, I guess technically next week when we announce the winner. But that was a beautiful air dribble from Tater. He'll put his team up as now he's looking over for Red, and they're going to combine to find that one, and another beautiful goal from the Pirates.
That was very good. Tater going up with this and then tracking it down to get the pinch, although a bit unnecessary because Red was there for the pass. But regardless, Red will get credit, put his name on the board, and steal the hat trick from his teammate.
Now the Pirates showing what they can do in the air. We haven't quite really seen that. They hadn't really had to go to it too much throughout the series, as Tater wants to continue the trend. Will get shut down by Bandicoot though, and Script trying to clear it away. Now Bandicoot, a boomer towards the goal. Tater, now Bandicoot up the wall. 2:15 to go. Tater gonna bounce this one, gotta be careful. Red has to rotate over and make the play. That's a good pass. Can Tater get up to this one? Acrobatic! Oh, Script denying the double touch, but there's Red. Try to make that one happen. And Script, that was a good defensive play from Script. Playing the back wall and then getting the challenge on the follow-up. Would like to see some more of that from him as the series continues. But now Tater, Script going up for this one, reading that well off the wall. And will be played down. The Demolition do only need 2. But there, again, just kind of the overcommit from the Demolition, getting their signals crossed, but it's going to work out this time for Script.
Yeah, that's what they're going to want to do, too. That speed is what matters. Script taking it slow, beating out Tater, but then using your boost, that fast aerial, because Red is right in your face. Bit of a risky play, too, because you're overcommitting on offense, as we see. But if those keep working out, Demolition is going to want to keep doing this. But Pirates still have the lead. That's not going to happen a whole lot, especially with this Pirates defense. So good job on Demolition, though, getting those opportunities and actually combining into something.
Red tried to make the play there, but could not, unfortunately, find that one. Tater up the wall. A little cleared away, and Script rotating around to try to find this one. And really classy. We've talked a lot about the demo, but it's not to the detriment of the Pirates, as Tater trying to add on another one. The Pirates have definitely played this well. It's almost like they're drawing a map to show how to win over some of these teams in the Champion League. You could say they're drawing up a treasure map for victory.
The second you said drawing up a map, I knew exactly where you were going with that metaphor. I mean, sure, I guess that does work. They are definitely know exactly what to do with this Demolition. Although Demolition is figuring it out for themselves and making some opportunities work.
just the ending awkward silence.
I'm just still thinking about that metaphor. Like,
it's perfect.
I'm trying to understand it.
What a pitch! Are you kidding? Wow, Script, are you joking? What a tying goal! All right, enough about the metaphors. Script, holy cow!
Wow, that was almost Kutcher pinch. I mean, a little higher, but like for real, Script. My goodness, coming in clutch with the last 10 seconds as well. I know that you guys on stream can't see the in-game chat, but it just blew up. All four teammates just mind blown by that. Even Script a little baffled. But actually, now is a tie game.
Well, hold on.
And what?
Tater's still there. Oh, he hits the crossbar. So we will see an overtime 3-3. This could be the opportunity for the Demolition Classy, as Script's gonna go up for that one, trying to put it down, but Red clearing it away. That ball's gonna pop out towards mid. For the Pirates, this is important. They want this win. They want as many games as possible, so they can't take their foot off the gas pedal. But for the Demolition, they could find one and break the sweep. As Red top shelf off the crossbar. Tater's still there. He's looking for the placement. Bandicoot's going to get up and make the save. And now Red, one more pass from Tater, but not the hardest shot, and will get cleared away. The Demolition having to play a lot of defense right now. It seems like the Pirates were almost in a bit of a lull at the end of that last game. Now they're kind of, or at the end of regulation time in this one, they've kind of woken up a bit. Trying to play that offense. Now Red demoing both of the Demolition players. Will push the ball into the demo zone. That's right out to Tater, but he can't put that on net. Bandicoot was hard charging towards him. We are about a minute into overtime. That ball off the sidewall, and Red will corral this one. He's got one-on-one with Bandicoot, just going to throw that at the net, allowing Bandicoot to play that one away. Now Tater on defense against Bandicoot. Bandicoot can't get it past Tater, but Script will. Red is going to make a touch. That's not the best touch. He can't find the other one. And Bandicoot's going to score. And just like that, the Demolition have done it and taken a game off the Pirates.
3 unanswered goals is all that it took, and they were able to rally back and get it. A crazy pinch like that will do it. Wake you up, most definitely. Say, hey, we're back in it. Anything can happen. That defense can crumble at any point. And Demolition, even in overtime there at the end, seemed like they were on their back heels the whole time. But it just took one goal, overtime, sudden death, and that's all they needed. Bar down, Bandicoot securing it, but it was all set up by that amazing pinch by Script in the last 10 seconds. I honestly thought, Pirates had the 3-1 lead going in there at the end. I'm like, hey, they got this. Demolition scores one. That's okay. Pirates still has this. And then something came alive with Demolition. Their transition on the defense was looking a lot cleaner there at the end. Pirates weren't getting all those opportunities like they used to. And even though that pressure was still there, Demolition was actually capitalizing on those offensive pushes.
Yeah, and it kind of seems like, I mean, I don't know if you guys caught this while the stats were on the screen. Tater had 10 shots in that game. That's an insane amount of shots for one guy. We were only about a minute into overtime. A lot of shots for Tater, but for the Pirates in general, Classy, it looks like they kind of ran out of ink while they were drawing up that map.
Well, yeah, maybe that's what was distracting them. They heard our metaphor, and it distracted them so much that they pinched it in, got the overtime goal. Man, that was what a game, I must say, because it just the past 3 games, Pirates were just on top. It seemed inevitable, and then Demolition coming back. This is the play that they need to do for this last game. Finish off strong. Again, every game matters. So Demolition coming up to clutch when it matters.
So 5 minutes. That's all that remains for these teams in week number 3. Pirates do have the 3-1 series lead. Tater will score just like that. We do. Every time they score early in the first game, my replay button is not ready. And it's makes it a little tough to get the replay to work. But there we go. So Tater on the board. And that's a good start for the Pirates. I have a feeling, Classy, that we're going to see the Pirates kind of come out strong, maybe a little angry that they lost that game.
Yeah, it seemed like they almost didn't deserve to lose it, although, I mean, fair and square, Demolition was able to come back. Well done by the green team. But if Pirates had kept that pressure like they did at the beginning, I don't think that would have happened. I mean, you get a lucky pinch here and there, but it's all that push, that aggressiveness that we're seeing right now, too. The first 9 seconds, they got the lead, and they want to hold it.
Now Bandicoot's looking to make a play. 4:15 to go. Red, good play from Script. Great block, but Tater will be able to find the ball, and Bandicoot's going to challenge, and this is some life from the Demolition that we haven't seen all series. They're making good quality challenges on offense, keeping the ball in the Pirate zone, although Red, no, he won't even be able to get that out as Bandicoot keeps it in, and Tater, so lucky he just got that boost as it was spawning there. So will allow him to play that up to Red, and they will get it out, but from the Demolition, this is some signs of life we didn't see in the first 3 3/4 games.
Yeah, what I'm definitely seeing is whenever they're on offense, we talked about transition-wise, they were struggling a bit. But it's mainly that whenever they're making touches, the 50-50s are going in their favor, or they're rotating back correctly to throw that clear back into the black half. And just like that, they're actually beating out the defenders as well, and so this offense is working a lot better for the Demolition.
Yeah, I would have loved to see this a couple of games ago from the Demolition. It just, I don't know, it seems like they're playing with a bit more confidence. They won that first game, or they won a game, their first one of the series. And yeah, it certainly seems to be paying off in the way that they're playing. They are down a goal, but I'll make that 2 goals now. But it doesn't look like they're getting blown out by the Pirates like they were earlier.
Oh, most definitely. This one right here, you got 1 man back. You choose to stay in or go for the challenge on the side. We see that so many times. You know, there's never really a right answer in that case. The 2v1 is very hard to do. And Pirates taking the 2nd goal, but it did take them quite a bit for this, but way more chances for the Demolition to score. Maybe if you'll go in, we'll have to see.
Yeah, so close to making that play, but did just miss it. Bandicoot will bomb this one down as Red will make the touch. Can he find another one? He will not be able to. Pirate will help him. I'm sorry, Pirate Tater will help him. But that ball getting pitched all the way back down. And guess who?
Guess who? That was Script and Red, man. That was a double team from both teams right there. Red noticing exactly what he did. I'm not sure if y'all saw that on stream, but he just stopped in his tracks. Hit that okay. Not too happy with himself. Not the best 50-50 either. But Demolition says, we take those.
They have certainly taken a number of them thus far in this series. Bandicoot's going to get a good bump onto Tater. Actually, 2 bumps onto Tater. This is going to give Script a lot of space. He just misses that one wide, follows it up. It's going to be popped up. Bandicoot's there to make the play. What a shot, but just a bit high. That was a good touch from Bandicoot. If only he could have gotten that one just about a foot lower. Could have seen another bar down goal for the Demolition as Red tries to touch that one but it won't happen for him as of right now. Script out of his own end. Wants to get over top of Tater. It's going to bounce in front of Tater, and he will be able to clear it away. And then get the challenge onto Bandicoot. He's still here. Couldn't quite beat Bandicoot to the ball. Now Tater getting challenged by Script. This ball will wind up in the demo zone. I'm sorry, in the Pirates zone. It's Bandicoot bouncing that one high off the wall. Tater. Boom and clear. Bandicoot can't find it. Whoa, what happened? Did they both touch that? I think so. It didn't find its way in. Tater and Red both going off the crossbar in about half a second, but Red will hit the crossbar again. Bandicoot's up. Script is up. Red is still here. And goodness gracious, the Pirates couldn't find the back of the net. The ball's still there. Script makes another save. Red up in the air. Can't beat Bandicoot. And my goodness, the Pirates getting stonewalled.
Yeah, that's a brick wall right there. So many opportunities, and it's just going off the post or just off the defender, barely being there in time. That's what matters, actually. Because it just doesn't go in. Demolition still happy with this defense.
Script was looking for Bandicoot, and I think Bandicoot read that, but he backflipped on accident. That was such a good pass from Script. Almost working out, but 30 seconds to go. Can the Demolition tie this one up? Another crossbar, but that one will eventually find its way in, and that's a big insurance goal for the Pirates.
That was necessary, too. It's about time. That relentless pressure, Red being able to be there for the middle. Can't be saved this time. Goes bar down, bar down. I think that was twice. Doesn't matter. Went in, and that's the 3-1 in the last 30 seconds.
So Bandicoot and the Pirates of Red. He is moving down the field now. Tater and challenged by Bandicoot. There's only about 12 seconds to go. He's got Script there. Script could do something with this. He tried to play it back towards Bandicoot. It just wasn't happening. And now with that, I think the Pirates will take it. Yes, they will. Game 5 going to the Pirates. Bandicoot, one more for the road, I suppose, but it won't matter as the Pirates will take the series 4-1. And it was a good series by the Pirates. I definitely think they kind of relaxed a bit too much for their own good at the end of game 4, and it ended up being a loss for them. But other than that, they played a pretty solid series, and it's hard to take away anything from the Pirates.
Oh, most definitely. I just think the first 3 games they won, they said, hey, we got the series. That's a win. We'll check it off. And then they just got into a lull, said, I mean, these games matter. We'll score a few times, get 3 points on the board, but then just relax a little. And that's when Demolition came alive. And by then the Pirates, it was too late, able to bring it to overtime and get that win. So it won't be a total sweep by the Pirates, but they will definitely take a commanding lead with that 4-1 victory. But before we finish this off, I got a question.
Sure.
You said the shot earlier by Bandicoot it hit the post was like a foot too high. I want to know what you think a foot is in Rocket League. Like how do we know how long a foot is?
Just common knowledge.
Like, is it like half of the length of the ball? Like, how long's a foot?
It's just common knowledge.
Oh, well, I guess you'll have to tell me later.
Yeah.
Like, it's an RC car. Like, how long is the RC car? Is it? I thought they measured in meters.
Don't be nitpicky, okay? Don't be nitpicky.
I was confused. You used a unit of measure in a game.
What do you want me to say? I should have probably said if that was about a half of a ball lower, it was going to go.
Right.
Like, yeah, but that's hard to
say.
Full
RC car lower, like or a bit lower.
A half of an octane lower. Not even a half. About 3/4 of an octane, maybe 1/8 of a Dominus lower.
Yeah, we measure everything in octanes in Rocket League. That's our unit of measure.
Or the length of the scarab between the wheels of the scarab.
Oh, that's like, how many scarabs go into a Dominus?
Exactly. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, now that we've discussed the merit of using cars as measurement in Rocket League, we are going to take a quick break. We do have one more series for you, so please don't go anywhere. It will be the Jets and the Foxes of the Champion League. And this game pretty important for both teams. Both of them coming in 2-0 into this series. So fighting for positioning on the leaderboard certainly going into week 4. So please don't go anywhere, guys. We're coming back, as I said, for some more fantastic Rocket League in just a moment.